Hey everyone, it's Ashley at Tea Garden Paper Crafts. I wanted to do another tutorial showing you how to make a waterfall. This is something that I just learned how to do, and this was my first one, my prototype, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. So I thought I would show you how to make it. So first of all, what you're going to need is you're going to need 5 or 6 of these squares, which are 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. I decorated mine on this side with a leaf coloring page that I have, and colored a few of them in with glittery gel pen and then some washi tape. You will need a strip of paper that's only decorated on one side. If you use 6 of these, you won't need this to be decorated, but I'll show you. This is 12 inches by a 1/2 inch. You will need 1 piece of paper that is 12 inches, 12 inches long by 3.5 inches wide. And we'll talk about the scoring in a minute. And then you will need a tab. So if you make this decorated on one side, this 1/2 inch strip, then you only need 5 of these. If you want to hide this, you will need 6 of these. So our long sheet here, what you're going to do is you're going to measure 3.5 inches up. So 1 square up, and you're going to score it every 1/2 inch. So this is scored at 3.5 inches, 4 inches, 4.5 inches, 5 inches, 5.5 inches, and 6 inches. And then you're going to fold all of those, and then this will be lay flat like that in half. So this will be 6 inches, and then this 6 inches will be flat. No scoring. You only need to have it decorated on this side. That you do not need to have it decorated on this side, because this side won't show. That will be what's on your back here, so like mine. And I made a note for myself of where to glue it. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we'll start assembling here. So first, you're going to grab whatever your favorite glue is, and you're going to apply glue to your first 1/2 inch score area above the 3.5 inches. So you're going to leave this blank, and you're going to take one of these, and you're going to glue it on here. Now, I want my decorated side to show, and you're going to glue it up like this. So you don't want to glue over this, okay? You want it to be glued so that this still bends freely, and you're not gluing over the bend. So we'll do that again. So then you're going to take this, put your glue, whoop, dropping my glue, don't mind me. Okay, so this one, I think I want it to face that way. So I find it helpful to kind of fold it in half like this, so I can push it up as close as I can to that edge. I like to ink my projects. You don't need to ink yours. That is not necessary at all. But like in this case, I think it helps because you guys can see this. So this one will go here. So I'm doing this on cardstock. This is cardstock that I coffee dyed, and then printed the coloring page on one side. I would suggest making your waterfall on cardstock, just because as you could see with this one, you're getting movement. So you are asking the paper to fold and unfold a lot. And so I would suggest at least making your base out of cardstock, because you want to make sure that it's able to withstand what you're asking it to do. So here's another strip. We've only got a little bit more here to do. Let's see, what side way did I put this one? Okay, so we're going to put this one this way. Fold it here. Oops. Also, I apologize if you can hear in the background sound of running water. It is my kids' bath time, so they are currently upstairs getting a bath. Okay, so this last one. We're going to put on here. And you can tell I probably didn't cut these exactly perfect because there's a little bit, but I don't really mind. I don't think junk journals need to be perfect. Okay, so what we've got now is that if you did it correctly, all of these should fold. Ooh, rub off a little excess glue there. All of these should fold nicely like that. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take this strip of paper. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to take this strip of paper. We're going to fold it over here. Okay, so this is going to be a little tough to explain on video. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to fold it up like this so that just this bottom flap is folded over. I'm going to take my long strip of paper and I'm going to kind of tell it what I want it to do. So I'm going to line it up with this edge here, and I'm going to crease it, and then I'm going to fold it over here, make sure that things kind of line up nicely, and crease it again. Now I've got a little bit extra. I'll trim that off later. I don't have my scissors here, so you know what? Actually, we'll just do that. And I'll glue it this way, because then you also can see that flower. So, okay, so we've got that folded over. So again, we have, I'll show you again here. We've got this folded up. So you take this whole piece and fold it up and just have your bottom one folded down. And you take your long strip of paper and you're going to fold it. You're going to teach it where you want it folded, okay? So we're going to take that out. We're going to fold this whole thing back again. Now, this strip of paper is going to go underneath the whole thing. So you're going to put your strip of paper down. You're going to put this down, okay? And we're going to very carefully, keeping it lined up, but we're very carefully keeping it lined, just going to push our papers up out of the way here. And about ½ inch up from the bottom, we're going to fold this over again. And this is going to get glued to this piece of paper here, okay? Okay, so again, I like to keep one finger here just to be sure that that bottom piece isn't moving. And we're going to glue this. I'm getting glue all over my fingers. That is why my nail polish looks the way that it does, because Fabri-Tac has acetone in it. Okay, so keeping this down where it is, folding this up, and gluing that down. I'm not going to push it super firm yet because I want to make sure that I have everything lined up nicely first. So we'll put glue. I'm going to make sure I put lots of glue on this so that it stays. I don't want that moving on me. Okay. So make sure everybody's lined up nicely here. So my bottom's still even. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to press that down really, really firm. Okay. So now that that's pressed really firm, so it is glued to the bottom one. It is not glued on the back, okay? This is key. You want to make sure you do not glue it to the back of the card. Okay, so speaking of the back of the card, now we need to make a way to pull this. So I have this tab here that I made using one of my punches. If you didn't have that tab punch, you could do like a circle punch or just freehand something. So I'm going to put a line of glue on this here. And again, you want to make sure that you're using cardstock for this tab as well, because that's going to be the thing that you're pulling. So you don't want to, you know, be pulling on something that is just plain paper. So I'm going to eyeball the center. I'm not much for measuring when it comes to stuff like that. So we'll eyeball the center. To scoot over a little bit this way, I think. Roll off that excess glue. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, we'll give that a minute to dry. And then I had cut this out thinking that maybe I wanted to put it there, but I don't think I do. I think I'm gonna use that for something else. So now that we've got our tab glued, so you can grab here and, oh, tab wasn't quite glued yet. See, you gotta wait for your glue to dry. Bad Ashley. Wait for that glue to dry. All right. Now that our glue is dry, we'll give it a pull here. Come on. Why are you fighting me? Did I make you too tight? Did I glue you where you shouldn't have been glued? The first one is always tough. I don't know why it doesn't want to play nice with me. Of course, it's during a tutorial, you know? But this is the way things go in the craft room, right? Don't always end up perfect. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so then when you glue it, you would just glue this part down here. So I'm going to put my fingers underneath there just so you can kind of see. And when we pull on this tab here, I made it very tight. Uh-oh. There we go. When we pull, there we go. It's tough to show you when they're not secured to a page, but there you go. There's the waterfall technique. So I hope you guys liked this. Again, the measurements for it will be in the description of this video, so that way you have it was easily referenceable and written out. And I hope that you enjoy this tutorial and keep an eye out for my next one. Bye, guys.